Hello everyone, this is the Hakaym and welcome back to some more World of Warships, and today we're actually looking at the new and upcoming British TDs, the Acasta. This is the tier 5. This was a ship you can get if you're lucky, which is unfortunate for those people who just can't seem to get it. I've been fortunate enough to get at least 3 of the 4 that are available to potentially get, and this is the Acasta. I thought I'd start off with the tier 5 because that's currently what we have available. So this was actually on a stream that I did last night, or 2 nights for you guys. As you can see, we're bottom tier. Kinda sucks. There is a Minx, a Haida, another Acasta, and I'm probably also mispronouncing this. I really can hear it. I do apologize. I'm doing the best I can from trying to judge how English sounds, because English sucks. Anyway, let's actually talk about the ship. Now, one thing you may have noticed, especially if you've played the ship, is the health pool is a little bit lacking, 9,500. Well, this is actually due to the fact that I, being kind of in a rush to try the ship, forgot to add on the hull upgrade and the range upgrade. So this is a stock Acasta. So I do apologize. You will actually have 11,700, which is not bad, which is very close to the Farragut. Not the Farragut, the Nicholas. So, fairly close as far as health pool is concerned. Let's actually talk about the guns. Actually, no. First of all, let's talk about the ship itself. The ship, it's very similar to a Nicholas and a Jinwei. It's going to be the best way that I'm able to compare it, because the Jinwei is very similar in build to the Acasta, and I know the Acasta probably came out before the Jinwei. The Jinwei is a second bought ship. I'm well aware of it, but it's something I can compare it to. So the Acasta is, for the most part, going to be a gunboat. Her detect is fantastic, 6 km, one of the best, actually the best for any gunboats that are going to be around, and it's a double-edged sword. So yes, your detect's fantastic, 6 km. However, your torpedo range is also 6 kilometers. So you don't really have the potential of torping. And moving on to the torpedoes, they're decent. The obviously major thing about these torpedoes is the ability to single fire these torpedoes. And you can use this to your advantage. Single fire torpedoes are very strong, especially if a ship decides to go bow in, and you're able to land all those shells at once. And with that ability, obviously, comes the downside. It will also mean if they dodge your torpedoes, they're going to miss all your torpedoes at once. So you see me actually firing AP. I'm actually testing how the AP is when hitting a broadside target. I've actually citadeled, I think I've citadeled a Furitaka, or Furitaco for all those older players. I've citadeled Furitakas quite a bit. And so AP seems fairly strong, but I'm still kind of hesitant to use it against the AP against the destroyers, because I've heard somewhere that it has actually been the British AP, but I haven't had too much success. You'll actually see me testing it out against destroyers. Now, with us firing, we were in smoke, we were using our smoke. Let's actually talk about the smoke. I know I'm kind of bouncing around, but this is kind of relevant, and this is the reason why I actually picked this replay, and that is the smoke of the British destroyers. So, as you may have noticed, and maybe you guys weren't really paying attention, as we witnessed this Omaha just waltz right into his death against a New York and a Furitaka. The smoke is very short duration. It is the shortest duration of time for a smoke to stay on, which means you will not be relying on your smoke to sit in and fire from. You can't rely on it because the smoke does tend to dissipate very, very quickly. However, there is a plus side to it. You do have 7 charges of this smoke, and they recharge very, very quickly, which does obviously mean that you're able to get off additional puffs of smoke faster than, I believe, even the Pan-Asians. Almost as good as what the Pan-Asians used to be. So you do have that benefit of the smoke recharging very, very quickly. However, it will come and bite you in the butt, especially if you're not paying attention, as you will see me do. That's again why I kind of picked this. So smoke is probably the major thing, and obviously the British destroyers are also going to be known to using hydro. Unfortunately, the Acasta does not have hydro. It does not. The British DDs don't get hydro till it is tier 6, and so you don't have that benefit. And at the moment, the British DDs aren't the most amazing, and there apparently is a replay bug. Sorry, my mouth just decided not to really work with me. I did go to the dentist about an hour ago, so give me a moment as I'm working to get my mouth going. So you can see the smoke is primarily better suited at just disappearing, be able to run away, as you saw there. Kamikaze came out of the smoke. Smoke charge was available, was able to disappear. The lion is starting to push out. There's also, I believe, a Haida pushing in as well. And just gonna kind of keep my distance. So speed is also decent on the Acasta. Once again, replay bug happening right now. Kamikaze really hyper aggressive at the moment. Super hyper aggressive. Don't know why he's all the way out here. So speed is decent. 36.8 knots with the speed flag on it. The reload time on the guns is 5 seconds. This is with a 10-point captain, so don't have anything like BFT or AFT. So guns are semi-decent. They do have definitely an arcing to it at longer ranges. At shorter ranges, they're not too terrible. You can see I'm actually landing my shots fairly decent and well. And in that time, my smoke consumable is once again available, and I still have 5. This is with, I believe, premium consumables. I don't recall whether or not I have superintendent on this captain, so I do apologize for that. But you have a lot of smoke charges, and you could probably run through them through the majority of the battle. If you get really crazy with your smokes, you could definitely run through them all. And I guess there's actually another thing. As you may have noticed, I was actually accelerating. The British destroyers have a very quick acceleration, just like their cruisers. So you do have to keep that in mind, especially when you're making a tight turn, just like I was when trying to get turned around and try to deal with this lion. Now at the moment, our team is ahead in caps, and we're ahead in ships. There is a lion, a Bayern, and a grass bay on the enemy team. And I will have to say, I honestly should have been a little bit more of an ambush right here, because this could have quite possibly cost us the game, because we've just lost in rapid succession our Acasta and our galley. Very quickly, they both went down. And now it's 3v3, and we have a fairly decent health Nelson and a nearly full health Normandy. Now the Normandy is currently dealing with the Graf Bay, and we don't, of course, get a flooding on the Lion, so not able to really do much. Now the Nelson's in a really good position. He should be able to actually fire at the Leon with any issue from the enemy Bayern. The enemy Bayern is obviously turning this way and possibly starting to push in. Now the Lion, or not the Lion, the Nelson should just sit there and just use its front guns, but instead he pushes out. Don't really know why. And right now I'm actually trying to get torpedoes off on the Bayern. And keep an eye on the health of the Nelson. See how much health difference there is. Almost 30,000 points of difference right there. And at the moment, I'm trying to get my torpedoes off on the Bayern. Now this is all going to happen really relatively quickly. So we'll try to keep an eye on it as much as possible. So for the most part, it's very similar play to the Nicholas. Or sorry, not the Nicholas. Yes, the Nicholas. What am I saying? Is the Nicholas. It's very similar to the Nicholas in the Jinwei. Torpedoes are actually decent speed, 59 knots. I'm actually expecting this Leon's going to die, but however he gets his damage control on, and now he's trying to get his guns turned and debating whether or not to use torpedoes. Probably should not have. Probably could have just killed this Leon with my guns. And this is where things are starting to go pretty darn bad. Leon is just now going down, and we are left with 664 points of health. Bayern starting to push in, and yes, you can probably guess what's about to happen. I don't mean to complain. I agree with the current setup, and it's something everyone should keep in mind whenever playing the British destroyers, is how quickly the smoke dissipates. Now I'm actually trying to just get out of here. The Bayern's fairly close. And that's another thing. You actually don't have speed boost in the British destroyers. So you can't really accelerate any faster than 36.8 knots. And in a moment we are going to get spotted by the enemy Bayern. And that is one ship I really don't want to get spotted by. And once again, a replay bug. I do apologize. There he is, finally spotted. Now, the Normandy is facing off against a Graspe that is very low in health. But unfortunately for our team, we are going to lose this. So, kind of quick thoughts, as here in a moment I am going to go down and we are going to lose this. My quick thoughts on the Acasta and kind of what to expect. So, I know the Daring is going to be a force to be reckoned with. And the Acasta definitely gets you in the right mindset. It does get you in the mindset to use your guns. Guns are pretty much the sole purpose of the Acasta. Now, obviously, later tiers are going to have a little bit better torpedoes, more capable of doing damage. But the Acasta by far is where you're going to have to really focus on your guns and stuff like that. But it's also teaching you about the smoke. And I'm looking forward to it. I really am. And that is very annoying. I do apologize. I will be muting that down. But I'm very much looking forward to the British destroyers. And I think there'll be a lot of fun. So this is going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you saw, hit the like and subscribe button. You guys have a great and fantastic day. Zai Jen.